I don't think that the food habits are actually changing for the online, the consumers. The food habits remain the same. It's the way that we need to present ourselves so as to fulfill the consumption pattern of each and everybody. So it's not the consumer who's changing, but we need to change the business model to align to their food habits. That's my call.
One clear trend we see on a serious note is on health. And health and wellness is becoming increasingly important for consumers. At one level, it is Patanjali kind of health, which is to add supplements and add products to your life which make you healthier. Another level, it's about at least some awareness around how bad adulterated food can be, how bad pesticides can be, how bad various things which are done to your food to make it bad can be. And while there's not enough shift in actual purchase, the awareness levels, at least amongst some segments of consumers, has increased now. People are seeing greater understanding on health and wellness.
The global marketeers have coined this word for people born after 1980. This segment of millennials who are all hyper-connected, who all consider themselves to be global citizens and have sort of less allegiance to the geography that they sort of were born in. This segment is thinking, behaving, and acting very, very differently and they are all entering the consuming age. So they're all just about between 30 and 35 years old. In the next 5 to 10 years, they are the ones who are going to become the prime consuming class from most of the new household formation. These millennials are looking for exciting, transparent, wellness-focused, fun-loving products. And it's possible that unlike many other Western economies wherein Whole Foods, a concept like Whole Foods was more a new concept and it scaled much later, we may just leapfrog a lot of traditional models and may move to models like Whole Foods or models like what Riaz does, social, and a couple of other interesting ideas like this where millennials really become the biggest segment and very large businesses get created just serving them.
India is going out at about 1.8 times a month, the average Indian. And Singapore is going out about 55 times a month. So there is the opportunity of growth right there. But even when they're going out, they're really going out to pamper themselves. So when you go to a restaurant, people are really indulging. And I think they do the dieting at home, I suppose, but they're definitely not doing it in a restaurant.
That we are all dealing with a very confident customer, very confident consumer. The validation is all increasingly getting inside. It's cool to be an Indian consumer today. The resistance to change, the validation to seek from outside no longer required. Therefore, in our stores, we find people very open to ideas, open to take risks, open to try out new products, whether he brings a milk drink or someone gets an ampana and he says have the food that the prisoners have and pay 5-star prices for it. As long as it appeals to me, I will go ahead and buy it. I will go ahead and try it. For retailers, as well as for brand builders, as well as for services builders, that's why it's a very lovely time to be in. If you find an appeal quotient with the customer, they will come and grab at you. They will find you out. They will tell each other and they will discover you. So in our stores, the task is to make sure that there is this whole sparkling spread of excitement all the time.